I don't make a habit of working on a weekend. That's the sound of nature dying. Waterman, yes, I'm a transport consultant to the government. It's my job to act as a liaison between STM Asia Pacific and the government of Victoria and the Transport Minister in particular to advise on the timeline and make sure that everything to do with the contract that's been awarded to this firm, that the timeline's being met. So it's my pleasure to welcome you today as a visitor and investor from interstate and overseas. We'll be taking a short tour of the site. So if you'll come with me, we'll start right now. And I'm not trying to make a statement by including this Blackburn War Memorial and make out the trees are also got to be saved and make a habit of working on a weekend. That's the sound of nature dying. I'm not recording your voice or anything. Like I will record your voice, but the footage I'll wipe over it. And it's only like I just want. So there it is. That is what used to be one of the best views, well, the only view in it's Waterman here, by the way. In my humble opinion, one of the best views in Blackburn. And as you can see, it is gone. It is trashed. That's it. It's all over. For Blackburn as we know it, we're done. That is done. So we're documenting this today. During this early in the winter season, behind Morton Park is where the action is today, because I tell you what, there's a lot of very unimpressed locals, a lot. And Frenchie, I think I've got to get on camera, Frenchie. Frenchie, just pan around there, thanks. No, look, no, don't give me any of that French lip, and don't curl it. But look, that's the devastation. That is the destruction of the community aesthetics, and that's forever. And you know, so Frenchie, if you can just focus for a second, please. So what we're going to be doing is I'm going to be giving you a tour, an exclusive tour of the destruction, the cutting down of these cypress trees, and it's at this point that I have to declare conflict of interest, which doesn't happen to old Waterman very often, but there's a big conflict of interest, and some stakeholders have been briefing me from the community. They'd like a forum and they'd like to point it out, which we're going to give them. We're going to give these people that this sort of devastation, the Melbourne known as the Garden State. Oh, Frenchie, you had too much coffee. Known as the Garden State for a long time. It's not our tagline anymore, but are we going to be the Garden State for much longer with all this going on? Don't know. You know, the question has to be asked, and I'm asking it on behalf of the community of Blackburn, which will resonate through other communities that are going to experience these changes, like Murrumbeena and Clayton, and as we've read today in today's age, St Kilda Road and the devastation of trees around there. Now, fair enough, but at the same time, what is the community consultation going into this, and why is Vic Roads hiding behind websites and social media? Where are the public consultation sessions, Vic Roads? Because that's not how we roll at STM Asia Pacific Construction. We want to consult the community, work with them, and that's not how Waterman rolls either, I can tell you. But according to those that are the experts, these trees pose a risk to the public after these works have been completed. What the community wants to know is how. that ends our tour for today. We hope you've enjoyed this insight into the state government's preparation, that your investment money is being spent. And if you need any more questions, my name's WATERMAN. You can contact me via the Department of Transport or STM Asia Pacific's construction. We don't believe these trees should go, and I don't believe these trees should go. Now, for those keyboard warriors on social media who just love ramping up their John Fane type rhetoric with I've got to wait 20 minutes at Level Crossing every morning, glad to see them go. Well, guys, there's more to it than that. There's a certain enjoyment to life that we get from our public parks and the ability to walk around this nature and enjoy these. Now, we're going to be running some commentary and editorial later on about the proposed Box Hill to Ringwood shared user bike path. Frenchie, you up for another coffee? No? Frenchie Cad? Oh, forget him. Frenchie, you just love those arty shots, don't you? Now, the reason these are being taken down, and we'll quickly summarise, is that the contractors for this project has been published that the contractors and the authorities, the Level Crossing Removal Authority, and it's not the opinion or it's not the position of STM Asia Pacific Construction. It's hard to believe and swallow that these trees can't remain, because if you cut those trees back and you drop the pylons, which are going to go, you can see those white sticks which represent the edge of the wall. That why can't the roots remain of these magnificent trees? Yes, they can be brittle. They're subject to being brittle. As more supporters go on Path to Glory, who is playing today? I don't know actually. But there you go. That is the sight that the good residents of Blackburn are now confronted with. And it's not a pretty sight at all. They look like giant toothpicks waiting to be plucked out of the ground to be put in somebody's mouth. And the only mouth they're going into is the thresher. They're going to be cut up into wood chips. And that's the reward they get for pleasing us aesthetically to the eye for all these years. Thanks, guys. Anyway, Frenchie, sometimes you just got to cop it. And I tell you what, there's a lot of people, a lot of gnashing of teeth. The Blackburn Tree Preservation Society, which was started in the 1950s, and who are a non-profit group who are local residents, have made it their mandate to save and protect our heritage, because this is our heritage. That really, is this what democracy is? Where the government just shrugs its shoulders and go, well, bad luck. Stakeholders, partners of STM Asia Pacific Construction, it's WATERMAN. Let me tell you that if you're going to be partnered with STM Asia Pacific Construction and the Victorian Government and Infrastructure Australia and Infrastructure Victoria, we've got to turn that into a efficient, economical, practical, safe train corridor, rail corridor. So there you have it. Experience for yourself firsthand the transport integration, train, tram, road. If that's your first experience on Melbourne's public transport infrastructure system, can you believe how efficiently it all integrates together? What you'll see behind this door is some ongoing work, preparatory work, where each metropolitan station, the works have already started. It's loud, it's dangerous to their hearing. You might think I'm showing you just pictures of trains. I've got an obsession with trains, but no, what you're seeing is evidence of the contribution we make to the Melbourne transport infrastructure, and here's the people that benefit from it. Basically, we're surrounded by it.